Hi, everyone, and welcome to Unit 1 of our new term here. We have a couple assignments to get to. I want to kind of lay out how the week-to-week process works here, and just let you know that I'm available for any email questions you might have. I can also set up a meeting in Teams where we can chat via video if you would like as well. So as you log into our course, hopefully you've already watched the preview video I sent out last week, and you want to come over here to Unit 1 and get started. Now, this week, you're going to do 2 assignments. Most weeks, you'll have 2 assignments. Mostly, they involve every week you will do a discussion board where you will write an initial post, and I'll walk you through that today, and then come back and respond to 2 of your peers. And then you will also generally do a written activity, be it a paragraph, a longer essay, a couple paragraphs, or a knowledge check, which will kind of check what you've read and your understanding of that. So as you scroll through here, you can see sort of our objectives here. The big thing for Unit 1 is to introduce yourself and to get used to using APA format. Those are the 2 main takeaways here that we're going to work with, because you're going to be using APA format throughout your collegiate career, and especially in this course, you're going to get right into it. So the first thing I want you to do when you come into our class this week is check out our readings and resources and complete those things before you get into the actual work. Keeping in mind that we have deadlines, obviously. In general, your first post, your initial post of your discussion boards are due by Wednesday night at 11:59 p.m. So you have Monday, Tuesday, and all of Wednesday to get that done. I would like you to get the reading done before you do that as well. So you come in here and you click on these pages. You have about 9 pages here to read, and then about 5 for here. These pages in this chapter have to do with sort of the general overview of what it's like to do personal writing, how to write description and narration, which you will actually get a chance to practice this week in your larger assignment. And then you can come down here, and there's some more information on sort of understanding the assignment, some tips and tricks on how exactly it is that you'll be able to read and interpret what is being asked of you for this week. And so that's what we want to do. Now, this is a very important part. This is what I want you to do. This is the APA template. You need to download this. So when you click on this, you open this up. This is what every submission that you have in this class should look like. And what I would recommend doing is just using this page, saving this in on your computer, and returning to it each time you start a new project. And so, as you see, it's very important, though, to note you have to actually make the changes here, right? So this is giving you just a template. So you'll have a title. You'll replace this with your title, your name, obviously, the English department. The course is English 110, and it's college writing. My name is Cody Mullins, and then the due date of the assignment, which will always be the Sunday, sort of following the introduction. This is where you type your essay, etc. And then if you have references, you put them here. If you don't, just delete this part, right? But this template is very important. You want to click here and make sure that every single thing you submit, not the discussion boards, but every assignment you submit that way. There's also a great sort of PDF guide on how to submit an assignment in Blackboard. You must use Microsoft Word in this class. You cannot use your phone to submit things in this class. It will not work. It does not work. I will just tell you that right now. You're going to get points taken off for improper formatting, etc. If you have difficulty accessing, if you don't have a home computer, public libraries are great places to do this. You have access to Microsoft Word through your Post account. You can log in there, and all the files are saved to the cloud. You don't have to worry about it there. If you do have Microsoft Word on your computer, all the better. You can save it there as well. But this gives you some step-by-step guidance on how to submit your assignment. Walk you through here with pictures as well. That's an important thing to do. And then finally, there is sort of an optional resource. This is a good video from author Ann Hood on why we write. All right, so that's kind of the crux of the readings, etc. Now, on to the main work of the week. What is expected of you to be done? So the first assignment here is your Unit 1 discussion board and introductions. You're going to write 2 paragraphs here. It's important. People often forget to write the second paragraph, and it will dock you some points. So make sure you're doing that. If you do, I will comment throughout the week, making sure you remember to add that second paragraph. So the first paragraph, you're going to introduce yourself to me and to your classmates. You're going to take a look at the assignments listed on the course information page, and you're going to briefly summarize how you're going to use your time management skills that you learned in your first 2 classes, and how you plan to complete the work of this course. All right. And then I'd also like you to share your feelings about writing coming into the class. How do you feel about it? What's gone well for you in the past? What makes you nervous, right? I'm sure that this is not the favorite class of everyone, and that's fine. That's understandable. So how are you feeling in the moment about writing? So that's all in the first paragraph. Then the second paragraph, you're going to actually get some practice with narrative and descriptive writing. That's why it's important to do the reading first, right? So you're going to write descriptively using the 5 senses. So all of your senses, you're going to describe a place that has influenced you in a positive way. I know a lot of people in the past have written about their grandmother's house, and so they tell us what it looks like and the smells emanating from the kitchen and what her homemade cookies taste like, and what sounds are coming from the den as grandpa's watching the news or whatever, right? So you're using all 5 senses in that paragraph. You can use 1 sentence per sense if you want, have a nice 5 or 6 sentence paragraph, and go from there, right? So that's very important. 2 paragraphs, the initial post. And how you do that, you come in here, you click this. One of your classmates has already figured it out, which is wonderful. You click create thread down here. You do have to type a title. You can, title it, whatever you want to do. You don't have to put your name on it, because you posting it will actually have, your name will also already pop up. And then you type your message directly in here. Don't upload a Word document in here. It's impossible to read. You want to type your message directly in here, right? Make sure that you are using the spell check, which is right here, right? Before, as you type, make sure you click on that. You have to do it automatically. It won't spell check for you without clicking on that. And once you've done that, you click submit, and then you can come back and click on your classmate right here a little bit later in the week. And you want to respond to at least 2. You click reply, type your message to them as well, and then click submit again. All right, so that's kind of the entirety of the discussion board. And again, so your discussion board, your initial post is due by Wednesday night, right? And then your peer reviews, your peer comments should be done by Sunday, okay? And then this week's main attraction, the descriptive paragraph. A lot of people get confused about what to do. You have to actually click on this link to find out what the assignment is, okay? You can't just write about whatever. You have to click on this link, and when you do, you will see that your instructions are to write 1 paragraph about your favorite character or location from a movie or television series, okay? On Wednesday, I'm going to come back and kind of talk more in depth about this. Really, the first half of the week is about introducing yourself and getting the discussion board done. I will come back with a video on Wednesday to talk more specifically about this, and I will even have a sample for you so that you can see what this looks like as well in practice. But in general, you're going to consider these questions when writing, right? So what about this character or location makes it so significant? How would you describe that character or location to someone who has not seen the movie? And this is where you'll use your sensory descriptions, right? The appearance of them, their personality, anything that sort of, describes the person or the place, right? So again, you must submit this in Microsoft Word or a PDF. Can't just be a written submission. You have to do it the right way. You need to have at least 7 sentences in APA style, right? Again, use that template. Just fill it out. You've already done it correctly at that point. You want to have it 7 sentences for the paragraph, double spaced, etc. Again, on Wednesday, I have the plan to do a tutorial on this assignment, specifically the ins and outs of submitting it and formatting it correctly. So check back on Wednesday for that. Okay. Yeah, and so we'll get into how to submit that. You can certainly go ahead if you want. There are the instructions, obviously, in the readings and resources for Unit 1. But you can wait for me as well if you wish. All right. And so that is essentially it for the week. Again, your first task is to do the reading and resources, pour through that stuff, and then make sure you have the introduction of your discussion board done sort of middle way through the week. All right. As always, that is it. If you have any questions, please email me. My email address is found in the Meet Your Instructor tab, and we'll go from there. Have a great week, a great start of your term, and we'll talk in the middle of the week. Take care.